On our last test of our submarine Bellavia, we could see little fuzzy bubbles coming out of one of the ballast tanks. It wasn't enough to affect the test, but we need to fix it. This is the bubbling tank. We're going to take it off and patch it from the inside. The tanks are designed to be easily removable. We've already taken off the valve cover and the valve itself. The tanks are actually held on to the submarine with straps. You know, the tanks are capable of 82 pounds of buoyancy force lifting up. The straps can take 360 pounds, so they're plenty strong. We've pulled the tank and it's ready to be patched. This is a maintenance access port. Each ballast tank has one, except the nose and the tail tanks that have two each. It lets us get inside and clean the tank and do any repairs like the one we're about to do. You know, and it looks like we're going to need to replace these washers, getting a little weather checked there. Having easy to remove ballast tanks was one of the original design requirements for the submarine. Now we'll get these bolts out and open it up. Okay, we're going to take some 4:1 epoxy and mix it with some microspheres, and that will make a paste that will cover the pinholes in the ballast tank. Okay, first we're going to zero out our scale. We're going to add 1 ounce of Part A epoxy. Okay, then we're going to add a 1/4 ounce. We'll just go to 0.3 of the Part B epoxy. This is the hardener. Now we're going to give it a pretty thorough stir. It's about 75 degrees in here, so we have about 8 minutes of good working time. You don't want to go any farther than that. Let the epoxy become a gel. Okay, and then when we're satisfied, we're going to start adding the microspheres. And more stirring. You want to go slow. If you go fast, it'll just blow the microspheres up into the air. You want a consistency that's a little runnier than toothpaste so we can pour it, but will still stay over the area that we're shooting for. And we need just a little thicker. Going to add a couple more scoops. And I'm kind of doing a slow fold over motion. We have plenty of time. Okay, this is a good consistency that'll fill the pinholes and give it a nice cap on the surface. Okay, now we're going to pour it over the area we want to cap. The idea is that this will fill those pinholes that we discovered in the water test. I've discovered with the microspheres is that it tends to shorten the working time just a little bit. However, it then extends the cure time a little bit. So we're just going to let this sit 24 hours. Before we put it back on the sub. Now from Tank Cam. Here's what that patch looks like on the inside. The epoxy is cured and the tank is back on the submarine. When we had the sub in the water, the bubbles that were leaking out were really small and didn't affect the test at all. So I'm confident we don't need to do a separate pool test of the tank. We'll just inspect it on the next whole submarine test. In addition to the tank patching, we added 188 pounds to the keel. That will bring the surface water line down 1/2 inch. We have about a dozen more minor odds and ends from the last outing to do. After that, we'll do a round of shop tests. Then Bellavia will be ready to go back in the water. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss it. And thank you for watching. JP Aerospace, America's other space program.